Namaskaram to all, and today I welcome you all to Manifesting Mindfulness Workshop Day 3. So, friends, till now we learned what is meditation, the method, and also we learned benefits of experiencing meditation. Today we are going to know the role of books in spirituality. So, without any delay, let's welcome Saroja ma'am to explain about this. So, welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Shri Lekha, and welcome EMC Africa to the beautiful platform where it's making you all understand and come a little more closer to what we already know. Nothing is new here. To know more about the spiritual aspect of our life and the quest we all have been carrying with us deep inside us. And today we got a platform where we discuss all those uh, possible subjects, and if any queries, please feel free to put across the comment box or in the chat box if you're attending the Zoom session. So on this platform today, I invite you all to know more about how we are going to learn and grow in spirituality. There are so many modes of learning and growing, and one of that is books. So before starting this workshop, today's workshop, I would like to connect to the energy of my Guru, Brahma Rishi Pitama, Dr. Subhash Patri sir. I connect to his wisdom, I connect to his energy, and the wisdom of all the astral masters, pyramid masters across the world to understand the subject better and deeper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, friends. So today we are going to know how book is important in a spiritual journey. It might sound, uh, you may agree, or it may sound like, why books in spirituality? If I'm not a learned person, so can I not grow in spirituality if I'm not reading books? So books is one method of passing the knowledge in this realm from one generation to other. And this is how we have been learning through the past masters about their experiences, because one physical person cannot physically convey his experiences to all of the seekers on this globe. So books are one beautiful method. And as we all know, books are made from trees, which comes from nature. Though it has been processed, the bookmaking process is a complicated process, yes. Earlier, they would write on the leaves and the barks. There, it was a beautiful connection there. The material still carrying the energy of the nature. Even though it is processed, now the books and the alphabets, they carry a lot of energy, friends. That is why a physical book has more connectivity when you hold a book and when you read it. And that connectivity, that communication between a book and a seeker is unknowingly carried on by keeping one beloved book in your prayer room. You always have one book where you connect very easily. So be it a Hindu or a Muslim community, a Jewish community, a Christian community, they all have one book to connect. The Sikh community, they literally just worship only the book, the Guru Granth Sahib. So that is how closely connected we are to the books. The books, when you hold, you actually connect to the knowledge in that book, not to the words what we are reading, which is printed, because I may say something, but it may mean different to different seekers. depending on the ladder they are in their progress of the spiritual journey. Just like when we talk something to a kid, he may understand it differently, and a little mature person will understand it differently. And the person who is completely knowledgeable will get to know actually what I want to convey. And this has been happening with the books. Our Guruji, our master, our mentor, Subhash Patri sir, he mentioned in the 18 guidelines for this meditation. One day we'll do that in our session to know what are the 18 guiding principles. It is not only for a pyramid master or a meditator, it will be a guideline for all the spiritual seekers. In that, he says, number one, you have to meditate. And don't get complicated. Use the simplest one available, which is given to us, that is Anapanasati Dhyana. So no other method, so that you don't get confused and your process will be just in understanding the methods of meditation. So hold one and go about it. And the next one is when you start meditating, as we have seen in the first day, to meditate. The next day we saw what are the experiences in meditation. So he says, observe those experiences you get, and you're supposed to share it with all other seekers so that you become a live example or a live teacher to tell them what actually happens during meditation. So we are going to pass our experiences. So share your experiences of meditation. And then immediately he comes to the next point saying, read spiritual books. So just imagine if he is immediately going to the book part, that means it carries a lot and lot of importance in spiritual growth. So what kind of books to be read? Don't get carried away with, I am from this religion, I am from this cult, so I am going to read only this book. Please grow up. We are not limiting our hunger for knowledge to some religion. We are growing above that. We are into a beautiful journey. We are going to know who that God is. We are trying to communicate, because some say, no, for us, only the God is the limit. We don't want anything else other than the God. What does this knowledge give us? To know how that God works. Who is this God? What is he trying to tell us all these days? We have been assuming only. But by reading the scriptures and reading the experience of the seekers, we get to know better. And that is how important. So even though we were spiritual, we never went beyond the spiritual books available in our religion or nearest to that. Like myself, I have read thousands of books, but all limited to the religion I follow, one or two here and there. But I was very lucky that because of my reading habit, I read some very good books. So, first quest, what you should have to become a good seeker is the hunger for knowledge. When you have a hunger for knowledge, and the knowledge will come to you. We all know universe is just manifestation of whatever you want. You want knowledge, you will get knowledge. You want money, you get money. So it's all available. You want fame, you get fame. You want peace, you get peace. What you want is not actually what you are asking in the universe, and that is why you are not getting it. That is another story. So first, let us see how reading books has helped me. I'll give my personal experience. I was a fan of Reader's Digest. It's a universally famous book, and I have been reading it since almost. I have the oldest. I wanted to show some books today, friends. So literally, physically, I have some 20, 20, 30 books in front of me to share with you. And I will be very proud to share that the oldest book I am having is the edition of 1978 Reader's Digest. I am a collector. I have hundreds of Reader's Digest, and many they have borrowed and not returned. Now I have made a policy of not giving away any books. You want to read, come home, sit and read and go. So I have all the books. And very truly, by reading these books, because many first-hand experiences only were shared in that book. That was one beautiful habit which just developed unknowingly. And now I understand how important it is to hear from the experienced person. Not experienced, I would say, the one who has gone through that experience. And that now applies to my spiritual world. When a person is experiencing something in his meditation, he has come to know about it, then you listen to him. Don't listen to the other person to who is hearing him and passing the message. Because by the time it is passing from one person to another, it is the perspective is also getting changed. And that is why today our spiritual scriptures have changed meanings by the time it has reached us, because it has transformed from lakhs of mouth, not ones and tens and hundred, lakhs of them. And so, accordingly, when it was male dominated, it changed a little. When it was some other religion dominated, it changed in another way. And today, what we have may not and is not the pure knowledge. What we are thinking is the purest form. So, Patriji had mentioned, he was a avid reader. He had read lakhs of books. So, wherever he was fascinated with some author, he would just recommend to read that author. So if you come across the videos about him talking about books, please make a habit of noting it down. I have noted down in my diary, and wherever I sit, whenever I come across, there are hundreds of pages lying around with those names. But today, again, when I started writing, I mean, I wanted to talk about it, again wanted to have a new list. So when you keep writing and writing those names, unknowingly, you will remember the title of the book. And someday when you want to buy a book, make it a habit to buy one book a month. If you can't afford to buy, don't give that excuse. Please read the PDF. We are in such a era where the books are just a click away. Just you press a button and you find it on the PDF form. So what actually is happening? We are listening to the experience of a experiencing person. And when you hold the book or when you read the book, you are actually connecting to the vibration where words don't count. You may be reading the book. Just imagine there are hundreds of successful people today. They say that the reason for their success today is books. All of them say the same thing. You go to the richest person on earth, the most successful person on the earth, you can scroll and Google search, you will find that they are all readers. They all go by some or the other book. They will tell this book changed my life, that book changed my life, and so today I'm reading books. They will be the busiest person on the earth and still reading books. And when you get connected to this energy, you need not read the book word by word. Some of you may give an excuse that I am very busy, I am occupied, I am working, I have kids. And that is why I can't go by the book. I have bought the book, but it is lying in my cupboard since almost 5 years, 10 years. There will be some other book in your cupboard lying from almost 10 years or 20 years, which you have not touched. You might be dusting and again keeping it in your. That has happened in many, many, many people's lives. And what I understood after getting to know about the energy of the book is that book is waiting for you to give you the knowledge. So don't buy the book, open your cupboard, search for that small little booklet which you have never read it, but it is still lying in the cupboard as a bookmarker in some other book. But it has one story to tell you and take you one step ahead. Mark my words, these are really the real experiences what I have gone through. So make it a habit to clean your cupboard every 6 months. You'll come across the books you had bought with so much of interest, and then you forgot after buying the third book and the fourth book and then the 10th book, and the first book is still sitting in the cupboard. Yeah, don't stop buying, but keep buying, because one day or the other you are going to read it. Someone will come across and ask you to read that book. So I would like to mention few books here. Also, not only few books, Sir had mentioned some authors because he found them very spiritually connected. and they were like spiritual scientists. So whatever book that person has written, just like Osho, we all know about Osho. So whatever the heading of the book, don't bother. Don't say that, oh, this topic I am not interested. No, because the heading can be only one. Whichever suits that whole knowledge in the book, they try to write that as a title. Please don't go by the title, go by the author. Because the author has so much to say when he starts talking. He cannot just beat around the bush and talk about only one subject. So choose some authors, make a note of them, and just take a list of the books they have written. And one by one, there you can have a choice of which one to buy first and which later. You may not go by the bestseller. So Osho is one such spiritual author. And I would name some which Sir used to mention because I don't want to say my choices. So I'll tell about his choice. So he always said, read some Osho books, leave Torkom, Sagadaren books. Then there is Lobsam Rampa, we all know. These names will be alien to us. I had never heard this name, though I was a reader. Even Sir had named his house as Rampa. So I was wondering, who is this Ram? We know all Ram. What is Ram and Pa? I started making up my own meaning out of that. Ram, Papa, something like that. I didn't know there was some author named Rampa. So let us get to know those authors first, because they are all saint in their own field. Then there is Richard Bach, Carlos Casnado, and Linda Goodman, Annie Besant, Blavatsky. So even he insisted on everyone to read about Seth Vignan, the wisdom of Seth. So it was, I had shared some videos also in this group recently. I got to, when I want to know something very strongly, those videos will come to you. And that is an algorithm the Facebook and YouTube is doing. That is another thing. But still, it is a good thing. I want to know something and I get to know more. So, Seth Wisdom, I have some books on that. But when I get to see and listen to that person speaking, that was a wow moment for me. And I shared it with 200 of them the night I went through that. So many of you also might have got it. Seth wisdom was actually a channeling. Through a channeling, the wisdom was given to Jane Roberts. So there are videos on. I can't keep typing in the chat box, dear. Somebody do that for her, please. Whichever book I'm saying, you can type in the chat box so that later they can go through. So Seth wisdom is the wisdom given by Seth. Oh, just to know how the wisdom was shared, friends. It was like eye opener for me because that itself was a huge message. Seth was one person who had taken many births and he could remember it, what he learned in the previous births. That is so awesome, no? And that is why he said, I don't have to wait to take birth and tell people. Instead, what I can do, who is already in that plane, let me give that message to her. Then he chose a lady called Jane Roberts and he started channeling, that is talking through her. And the message in all of it is what exactly are birth. I will give that example how he explained in his own words. Seth said that he has taken many births, just like any human being. I am me, but I play the role of a mother at home, a wife at home, and this time only. I may be a sister, daughter, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law. I may be a teacher. I will be working as an NGO. And I may have so many other roles if I am working in many fields, but I am me and I am here and I know everything, right? If I'm sitting at home as a mother, somebody calls me mother, at that time, I may also be doing my job as a teacher in my head. Like tomorrow morning, I have to take classes. I might be preparing for that. Or if I'm into NGO, I will be planning what to do in my social work. And there will be my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and I have some duties towards her and them too. I will be thinking about that and doing that also simultaneously. in the same time period. Similarly, the soul, he says there is no previous birth and after birth. That was really shocking. Arey Baba, all these days we are thinking there is some birth and we are planning and we are experiencing the past karma and all. And suddenly there is someone telling the time is not linear. It is not past and present and nothing. It's all this now. So here I may be in this birth on this earth. This same time I will be in some other parallel realm doing some other job. And because I am not having that energy to remember, I'm not remembering. Like I'm at home, I forget that I am even a boss in my office. Some do that. Completely they close that. So we are like that. We are on the earth doing this job. We have completely forgotten that we also are having that post in some other areas too. Yes, my dear friends, it is not very easy to understand, but yes, it is easy to understand when we read their books because those words carry that energy to make you understand because it is coming from the horse's mouth. So please read Saith Wisdom or go through the videos of Saith Wisdom by Jane Roberts. Many are there. Then Patri said, because he is no medicine, no doctor person, he mentioned a person called B.M. Hegde from Bangalore, Karnataka. He has so many videos on food. So he was a doctor by his profession, and still, what he said, he had written one book which named "What Doctors Don't Get to Study in Medical School." It is by B.M. Hegde. Please Google search for B.M. Hegde, and you will find all those videos. He was so clear about medicine is not necessary for this body and how the food habit should be, what should be taken, the combination of the food, all that knowledge he still today is sharing. And he was such a scare to the pharmacy world that when he wanted to give these lectures in US, he was not given the visa. So they were scared. They were scared that if this person is going to spread this knowledge, the pharmacy world will come to an end and it is going to happen someday. So please read his books and also you can watch his videos. That is also the alternative nowadays. And about the past life regression, friends, oh my God. That is one topic where we always want to know what happened in my past, why I'm going through this karma. Can I just repair all this? So there is a lot of knowledge behind that. To know those books, there is an author called Brian Weiss. He was the first one who talked about past life regression. And India today we have Newton sir. Lakshmi Newton and Newton sir are a couple who have done a lot of research and they have kind of an institution working on this. So again, you can go through books on past life related subjects. The other book name the name is Same Soul and Many Bodies. Such topics, because past life means the same soul and the body is different. So such books were written by Brian Weiss. So if you come across Brian Weiss, please read it. You will understand what is about this soul journey. And Sir's favorite was You Forever. And then there are 4 agreements. Then he says, read the positive thinkings. And nowadays, there are experiences shared by meditators. So out came a book called Sitayana. We all know about Ramayana in Hindu. It is kind of a religious book, Ramayana. But now there is a Sitayana. It is the story of Sita. And the name itself, they have added it like the untold story of Sita, because always history has been, it was a real history, friends. Mahabharata and Ramayana is not a fiction. It is not imaginary. So the story got changed because of the male dominance during that era. So we never came across any stories thinking it can be a Sitayana also. Now, a meditator went through this process where she found herself to be born in that period as Sita's friend, and she has seen everything and how Sita was, what she was, and she remembered all that. Not seen, actually, she remembered, and she has put down, and it has come out as a book called Untold Story of Sita, and we name it as Sitayana by Dina Mariam. There are other books, Sitayana. Please read the book, which is written by a meditator, not imaginary. So other books are imaginary stories. There are stories on Lakshmana's wife. There are stories on Ravana's wife. There are stories on Arjuna's wife. There are stories on Karna's wife, but they are all imaginary, friends. Read the books by when Sir says read the spiritual books, it means it is a real experience of that person. We are not reading some fictional fiction, so we have crores of books. So please don't get carried away when we say read books by reading any book. Read the book written by a meditator, which he has experienced in his meditation. It is his first-hand knowledge. So similarly, there are many other books, friends, spiritual warriors. Okay, yeah, right, beautiful. So I have noted down some of the books. Some of the books usually referred by African spiritual seekers. I wanted to know which books are they looking for, what is the subject they are interested in, because spirituality everywhere is the similar. It cannot change. We are all the same soul in different places, friends. So here there also I saw that the books are related to quantum physics. Again, it comes back to all topics we are speaking here. And they are seeing the interrelationship between the nature and the energy, which they are naming as energy between evil forest and negative space in dimension. Like that, they are naming those books. And friends, it is not different from what we are talking, only the naming part becomes different when we are cultures apart. The subject remains the same. So if you want to know more about all these, the spiritual aspect of anything, so you read all kind of books. The matter is the same. So other books were like understanding the physics and the spiritual aspect of it. Now other than quantum physics, there was an author who was speaking about plasma physics. So what is plasma physics? So yes, friends, this is also named differently in the books I am mentioning here. Plasma physics is also, plasma is like in our blood we have plasma, in our body we have plasma, which is the essence which is carrying all the red RBC, WBC and our platelets. It is a medium which is carrying everything. And similarly, in this whole universe, there is one energy which is connecting all of it. So that will be your plasma physics. So we may name it differently as per our own experiences, but the subject is vast. I may call it something, you may call it something else. They also believe in the practices. Yes, friends, even in India, we have different practices where you call yoga, pranayama. Then there are some chantings to be done, and there are some methodologies referred by, again, they are also spiritual scientists like Shankaracharya. So different acharyas have put up different methods. So we do abhishekams, we do some vratas, that is fasting, and fasting is connected to spirituality. Now, in modern science, fasting is for only the physical health. But in the olden science has always given importance to fasting as related to the spiritual aspect. So in Africa, they have some, these names are new to me, and so I'm going to read it out. I may sound a little different because these words are completely new, alien to me. Today only I came across this. They say the power of Orishas, the power of Yoruba and Santeria. Then there is voodoo practice, which is very well known. It is the oldest practice. And there is hoodoo practice also. These practices are so strong that uh, many of these practices have been used for negative forms mainly. It has been till today, voodoo and all voodoo are used as a in the darker science field. So these are the subjects. They call themselves as spiritual warriors. I love that word. Let us all become spiritual warriors because we have to work on a warrior mode. Okay, fine, friends. So this was what I wanted to share about the books in the spiritual realm. Uh, I want to show you some of the books which I read almost 25 years ago. But now I come to know, like, oh my God, I was connected long back. Some of them are in the regional languages. This is about the past life. This is called the Punarjanam, actually, Punaragam, Punaragaman. This is a Hindi version. I read the English book. It is about a person who death experience, who had died and had the death experience. This was the first book. I was almost in my 20s when I read it first time, and as I had told, I read many such stories in Reader's Digest. So I always believed all these stories. There was never a questioning, and that is why today the wisdom flows very easily to me. When we close the door, like when we become too logical, the flow becomes slow, friends. Keep your arms open and the love floods. If you're skeptical, should I hug him? Should I hug her? So if those questions are coming, you will not get any hugs. They will just keep on moving. Similarly, the knowledge also flows like that. Oh, I forgot to talk about Paulo Coelho, about the Alchemist book. This is also one of the best book. We have Patri Sir's Tulsi Dalam. They are book number 1, 2, 4 till 4 we have. So I got 2 of them. Tulsi Dal. Osho's, I have many books. Only one I am showing here. This is in my regional language in Kannada. Somebody gifted me this, Dhyana Sutram. And these are the books on the saints. The sky clad is a saint who was naked all her life. Akka Mahadevi, as in Karnataka we call her. She is a Karnataka saint. And I love saint. So all the Himalayan masters, they are my favorite. The first book which I read was Himalayan Master only by Swami Rama. I have a lot of Patri Sir's book. This is Patri Sir's Uttaralu, and I have a experience to share about this book. This book was given to me by Patri Sir himself when he went from Bangalore to Hyderabad, which was his last trip. So just before he vacated his body, 15 or 20 days before that, I received that book, and I'm so glad I met him that day. And I I also gave him a packed food to take with him. So I had a very lovely experience. I have written everything here, where I met him, when I met him. I mentioned that in all my books. So each book carries a memory to me, this thing. So this one is The Seeds of Joy, friends. This is also a lovely book. And this should be and must be read because it is having Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati energy. And it is like a conversation with God. So there are books by master who, oh, I would love to share a little more about that person. And his name, I have not written here his name.
Ananda Karni.
No, no, this is Ananda Karnesh. No, sir was talking about one person. Okay, I have not. Yes, it's not written here. About one person who wrote a book on conversation with God. And you know how that conversation started? He was a well to do rich man in his life. And suddenly, due to many reasons, he became so poor in US that he was living literally on the dustbin food. He was getting the food discarded, thrown away. He would hide behind the garbage cans. And when somebody threw the food, and with so much of fear, he would go and pick, because picking the food from the dustbin also is a crime in US. You die of hunger, it is okay, but you cannot eat the street food. So he would pick those half eaten food and live on it. And one day when he was doing that, he heard someone talking. Then when he searched for that, he came to know it was the God talking to him. Like he was connecting it, the channeling started happening. And then when he shared his experiences, and then that came out as a book, and then it was sold so well that again he became very rich. And he has written many other talks on that, like whatever messages channeling was done, that experience he has shared in his books. So this book is again internationally well known now, Autobiography of a Yogi. And my favorite, the Himalayan Masters. I have 2 Himalayan Masters book. This is by Swami Rama. This was the first spiritual book, literally, which I had read. There are many, many Swami Rama books. And immediately when I showed interest in that, I wanted to meet a Himalayan master who is still till date in this date he is present. So immediately I came to know about Shri M. When I came to know about Shri M, he is the one person who is still alive. So I can go and meet him and talk about all that. But I couldn't do that because again the COVID period came to an end. I came to know about him in COVID period. COVID period came to an end. Again, he is going abroad. On Shivratri, we can meet him, but I will be in Bihar, so I will be missing. Otherwise, I was planning to meet him on Shivratri. That is the only day he comes back to Andhra Pradesh. He is in Andhra Pradesh. So this is one book. And nowadays, we all know about the Atomic Habits and Ikigai. These are some few books which are really good, and I have done many sessions on these books, and it helps your children friends. So if you have some children who can read, they are not very big books, so please read these books to them, Atomic Habits and Ikigai. And you can check my channel for more. This is one beautiful book. This is the book of Mirdad. Oh my, this book I am unable to finish till date because I read 10 pages. The next time I hold the book, I think like, what was he saying? Again, I go back and read the same thing because it's so deep, so deep. It is just like in 2 sentences, he's going to give you so much knowledge. Very beautiful. And this is the book sir has mentioned, You Forever. Immediately I ordered this book. I wanted this book. So You Forever is the book. Patri sir says after reading this, he got enlightened. Just by reading one book, friends, you can get enlightened. And we all know about the secret books. There are so many books about so many topics which are included by this author. So this one is a secret. There is one magic book, and there are many other books. Secret has, I think, 7 series or something. So please go through those books. Make it a habit to buy books. I have thousands of them. I can't show all. I was like, I've strewn all the table with. My channel name is Daily Divine Dhyan D3. You can even search in YouTube. You search as Saroja Mallikarjun. Now I have become like very well known because of the sessions. So somewhere or the other, my books will be mentioned. I will be talking about those books. I do a lot of book review. So fine, friends, we are 10 minutes ahead of our meditation period. So immediately let us go into meditation. Lovely talking to you all about the books. I was so full of anxiousness, like I want to show this book and the other book and the other book. So pardon me for that. Okay. So surely we'll be sharing more books, names of more books. I will share to Neha or some Aruna or somebody else. Yeah, Aruna ji I can do and Neha ji I can do. Or in the group, if I send, it will be shared in your WhatsApp group. So instead of writing down all the names immediately, let us go into the meditation because it will be there in the chat. Okay, friends, chalo. We all know how to start our meditation. Just clasping our fingers. And let me relax a bit. I was very anxious. So when we are very anxious just before the meditation, all those subjects will be running, rushing in our head. Yeah, talking about these books. Now, when you close your eyes, you will be thinking of some other books which have impressed you. And that is how our mind works. And so give yourself some time to relax before starting your meditation. Close your eyes and relax. When we say relax, it means just forget whatever was happening around you, with you for some time. Take your time out. Close your eyes and relax your whole body. If you have any beautiful book with you of any spiritual person, you can keep your book near you. Even by holding the book in your hands, you can experience a different kind of energy in meditation also. Earlier, when I was a newcomer in meditation, I would keep around all these books on my table, always, for almost 8 to 10 months. Even today, there will be few books on my table. The masters connect. Then they help us in our journey of experience of meditation. Relax your body. And go into the nothingness, friends. Let us not divert our attention to anything else, just into nothingness. To do so, take your attention to your breath. Observe your breath, the free flowing, natural breath. See how deep your breath is going. It may go to the end of the nose or deeper, maybe starting from the chest. For some who has done this observation before, we find that the breath is coming from their navel. It is done by practice. The deeper the breath, the longer the breath. The longer the breath, the longer your lifespan. If you have to live long, then your breath, the natural breath, should be deeper and long. Make it a habit to always watch your breath. When you're reading, cooking, talking, always watch your breath. When you keep observing the breath, you reach a point where you're not able to feel the breath and there are no thoughts. When you feel that emptiness, that nothingness, that is the point where your meditation actually starts. And when the actual meditation starts, cosmic energy flow starts. The qualities of this cosmic energy is an love energy, it's wisdom energy, it is pranic energy, it is the life force of all beings. And in meditation, you're receiving a concentrated form of this energy. This energy is stored in each cell of our body, friends. When you completely relax and observing your breath, every cell in your body is listening to you consciously, in full awareness. And these cells open up to the energy which it is receiving now directly from the cosmos, from the universe. Be still. Don't open your eyes. If you are unable to feel it, visualize it. If you visualize, you are directing the energy consciously to these cells. Some more time, just bathe in this energy. Visualize it as a beautiful, cooling, soothing, golden light, white light, whichever you can visualize, surrounding you and filling inside you also. You are becoming a light being. The outline of your body and your organs is all diluting. You are becoming one with the universe. Just like many rays of the sun, you are also a ray of the cosmic light, a part of that universal cosmic energy. And now you can experience that I am that. Because now I am one with it. The flow of the energy through your Sahasrara, that is the head energy, the crown chakra. It's entering your physical body and the astral body. And the flow is continuous, my friends. For those who can't imagine, just be with the flow because it is happening. Do we feel the digestion going on in our stomach, in our intestine? But it is happening. Similarly, this process is happening when in meditation, the cosmic light, the wisdom light, the light of love, the light of God is just filling and filling and filling and filling. Now I'm overflowing. The energy is overflowing through the body, all the things around me and people around me, all are benefited. All are benefited. And that is why one meditator can influence the whole family and the neighborhood. Be that one meditator, friends. Practice it daily and get more energy and more energy. You become the source of the energy for the family and the people around you. And you get refilled from the cosmos directly. Be in contact, constant contact with the universe. Don't allow any thoughts. Don't open your eyes. And also don't make any movements. You are now in the deepest part of your meditation. Last 5 minutes. Slowly, we'll be coming out of the meditation, friends. Very consciously. Now, come to the body conscious. And don't forget the experiences you had in your meditation. Recollect all of it. Make a note later. If you feel very high energy, please don't open your eyes and keep meditating. We can still share the experience the next day because this experience is very precious for us. Keep on meditating. And if you think you can, come out of the meditation because you will be able to open your eyes. Otherwise, you will feel like I can't open my eyes. When the energy is high, that is one of the experience of connecting with the energy of meditation. Slowly, you can unclasp your fingers and keep both your palm on your eyes, friends. Palm. For 5 seconds, we'll place our palm on our eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Open your eyes, looking in your palm, and slowly we are coming out of the meditation experience. And with a beautiful smile and gratitude in our heart, let us thank our masters, all the angels who have helped us experience this beautiful meditation. By clapping, let us show our gratitude to all the masters, Brahmarishi Pitama, Dr. Subhash Patri sir, and my family and myself too. I took the time to meditate, so I have to thank myself too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So those who want to continue meditation can really continue the meditation. Yes, I know the meditation was too good. Even I was feeling because I took away 10 more minutes of it. And yes, if you're coming out of your meditation, have some queries, you're most welcome. I would like to thank everyone for coming here and sharing my experiences here, giving me a platform to share my experiences. Thanks a lot. Thank you, PMC Africa. Thank you, Neha madam, Jigna madam, Aruna madam, and Shri Lekha especially. She is doing the anchoring part. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Rajesh sir, for the beautiful music.
Madam.
Yes. Yeah. If anyone has something.
I have a small query.
Yes.
Actually, the thing is that you said fasting also helps for the spiritual growth.
Hmm.
How it would be, madam? Actually?
Because it's a very simple science. You eat food, and the food you eat affects your thought process. You
Mhm.
eat spicy food, you eat lot of sweet. Have you observed the change in your body? Don't you feel sleepy after a big meal? How do you feel? You don't
Yes.
want to do anything else, you want to sleep. So that because the body is more important for us in meditation also. Give it all the comfort. And that is the word we use is Thera Sukha Asan. It is not the Yogasan ka Sukhasan. Others may be meaning it, like sit in the Sukhasan pose. But here I always have understood it is the Sukha of the body. A little discomfort in the body and you cannot meditate. And I know it so very well. When your body is in discomfort, you are full. You eat some masalas, or if you are eating just a lot of junk, You cannot have clear mind because your body is made up of food. We are all the food we eat. If I have a simple pimple on my face also, it is because of the food I eat. If there is something on my skin, the skin will show what you're eating. There were all ancient doctors, just by looking at you, they would tell you what is wrong with your body. They can tell you what you have eaten the last night also. Listen to Dr. Hegde sir, what I had told him. He will tell you all these secrets. And that is why it is directly linked with spirituality. You cannot sit for a long time because it makes you anxious. It doesn't give you a calm mind. Where without food, you can sit for 3 to 4 hours. With a full tummy, you cannot even sit for 15-20 minutes. You can experiment. If your body says, yes, I can have a full meal and then I can sit. Yes, there are people who said, if my tummy is full, at least my thought will not go towards the kitchen. Well, good. Then it's allowing you. Do it and see. Compare it when you don't eat and then meditate and see. You have a full meal and meditate and see. Become a scientist. Don't listen to anyone. But there is a science behind that fasting helps in spiritual growth. And that is why you find all the spiritual seekers going away from the availability of the food. Why are they going on Himalayas? Is the vibration different there? Yes, the vibration is different because all such peoples are only staying there, but they are going away from the facility and availability of all these luxuries to keeping ourselves away. It is kind of a sadhana, but it is also very, very beneficial in our sadhana. That is why scholars have made it a rule. You want to do this, don't eat food. Fast for this many days, then this will happen. So they are all interlinked. And it is a beautiful size. I can just go on and on and on.
Right, ma'am. Thank
Yeah. Read about Himalayan masters, sir. Oh, a lot
you.
of
Okay.
knowledge.
Okay.
Right now, I have gone to some hundreds of videos on Himalayan masters. Lot of knowledge is available. Oh, I love Google. YouTube is like God to me. I want something, I can get the answer. I just love, I just thank the person who has started it day and night, who are uploading the videos to all of them through this medium today. I am thanking you wholeheartedly. What a lovely thing it has been done. The internet, the site, the satellite, the mobile, and the laptop on the huge screen, I'm able to see it. Oh God.
So all are masters to us.
Yeah, we are so lucky. We are so lucky.
YouTube is a master.
Yes, YouTube is a master, really. Lot of knowledge. Otherwise, we see if Patri sir is saying go and read some book, where I will go and search.
Yes.
I will search in my local market. I will not get. So Amazon we are having. Arey Baba, we go today night only. Right, this moment while talking to you only, I can book. Tomorrow morning it will be on my doorstep. It's really wonderful. Actually, all this creation is so beautifully understood now. This is what is happening around us, and actually, the whole same thing is happening in the universe. I want something, I book it, I get it. Amazon is showing us, Swiggy is showing us. We will say, you want to eat opatu. What is Puran Poli in Hindi? I don't know in Telugu what word it is, which is difficult to make. Like, no, you have to do some process and all. But now it is not a problem. I want to eat, I can book a Swiggy next half an hour, it will be on my door, sometimes even in 15 minutes. Similarly, universe, your manifestation should be such that you want to eat it now and universe will send it. We can compare it and understand so nicely. When a man can create a technology where I wish and I get, universe doesn't know all that. Huh? Universe is much faster and the technology is much later there.
All right, ma'am.
Right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, girls and boys, any more questions? Muniraji, we will be updating the list. I will surely share. And all our masters know about it. So any other master who know of any other books, please let us make one list. Okay, we will make one list of 100 books. Let us have one some practical work. We'll make a list of 100 books and whoever is doing that Excel sheet will share with that person, and she will make a huge list of 100 books to be read by pyramid masters. We'll make like that. Aruna ji, you are only making no. So we'll all pass that message to you. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay ji. कोई और है? Any other questions? Anyone new here who has come new first time here? Let us introduce ourselves. 2 minutes, daily one new person will introduce. Anyone new here? Aruna ji, anyone new here? Munira ji is new, or she want to introduce herself? Oh, thank you, Munira ji, for showing yourself. Please introduce yourself from where you are and
And I'm so very grateful to Saroji and the entire PMC family. I've been with this PMC family, I think, from last year, beginning of last year. This is the second time I'm doing the meditation round,
okay.
and I feel it's so soothing and so self-satisfying. I'm actually watching you from Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay.
So I'm here. Yeah, and I'm a senior chair yoga for seniors. I do chair yoga, so I specialize with seniors, and I create therapeutic games, so that helps them with their
Lovely.
memory skills and cognitive skills and reflex movement and all that. So I go to the homes to do that.
Right.
I'm also an EFT practitioner, which is called emotional freedom
Yeah,
technique.
tapping.
It's just a coaching, yeah, it's a tapping method to reduce your stress levels. And I'm so interested in all the books that you've talked about. So yeah, this year, inshallah, I have made it a point to read some good books. I'm actually reading the Laws of the Spirit World right now.
Oh,
A beautiful book,
yes.
beautiful book. I've just started it. So yeah, I'm very interested and I hope to continue. Thank you. Thank you.
Love you for sharing your experience. Please
Thank
be
you.
connected, and would love to connect to you, especially can you share your number, because I would like to introduce something new to you, some more
Sure, sure.
things. Okay, we are doing some other platforms. We are working on that. Neha madam has joined us. Aruna has joined us. I would
Okay.
like to introduce you to that. It's a beautiful subject, global subject.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Love you. Thank you. Every day, I would just love to listen to one new person. Please, please, please open up and let us connect. Let us get your energy to here. We are all just souls of connecting energies. Nobody is a master here. And that is the beautiful thing our master has told us. We call him master, but he always said, I am nobody's master. Wow. What a guts to say that. Any other Guruji who can say, like, I'm not Guruji, I've never seen that. Everyone wants to be a Guruji. They want their pictures to be shown and they want them to be like, no, reverence to be shown. It's not like that here. And he said, you are your own teacher, your own Guru. Your breath is your guru. Oh my God, not even me. Then I will get an ego. I am the guru. No, your breath is the guru, because when you concentrate on your breath, that is when you meditate, you get to know who actually you are. We don't need wisdom from somebody else. We need only little help from here and there. And this is a beautiful science, friends. Let us keep diving deeper and deeper in each sessions we are going to go through. And with that, let us come to the end of this session. Anybody else who wants to say something?
I want to say something. As you said that universe is giving everything at ease. I have experienced that in my life from the day I started listening to the series of Secret Magic, the Magic. I did that. We had that sessions on PMC Africa as well last year. I didn't complete the entire book, but I had done it beach means, and then again this year I started doing magic, and after that there is another book called as Power. So I started doing certain, like practicing certain universal laws from Power Book, and I see that like I can manifest everything so easily. So that becomes like even my family members, they tell me that yes, you ask everything for yourself, but you are not manifesting for us. And even my sister, she also told me, yes, if we meditate, we become great manifestors. Like we can manifest things easily if we are a meditator. Just wanted to share, meditator can manifest anything and everything very easily.
Yes. When you become a meditator, actually, what we are doing, we are connecting with the cosmic energy. Now we don't even have to manifest. Just a thought about it, I am experiencing that. I am in a wow situation. I don't want anything, but even I'm thinking of it, it's going to happen. In the beginning, when this started happening, I was scared because one wrong thought also was happening. So you cannot allow yourself to even think about anything in a negative way. You become so aware, then that leads you to awareness. It's such a beautiful thing. Once or twice wrong things start happen, then you will go into shock. Oh, I have to be aware of what I am thinking. And then you become the master of yourself. Then I know, okay, this is what is called mastership. That by experience, you start becoming what you're preaching. Yeah, this is a lovely science. One day, Arunaji will ask Muniraji also to do a workshop on, because she's practicing very beautiful techniques. We'll have a session with her help. In after my 11 days, this thing, we'll have one day for her. Okay, Muniraji, do you agree with that? Would you love to share your experience and your knowledge here? Okay, show a thumbs up if you agree. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We'll make a note of it. Please share your number in the group. Okay, Jignaji, let us wind up. Yeah, thank you so much, girls. Thank you.
Ma'am, one second, one second.
Who's
So
that?
wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. Really, it's so beautiful. What could we say about you? It's a beautiful sharing. Actually, reading books is a very good gifted from our Guruji. He told us to read all the books. In the same way, we all followed the reading books. But the wonderful art you got is sharing is wonderful, ma'am. Today we have come to know so many books, and please, friends, do reading books, and we'll share some of the books PDFs also in the group. So watch that. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night, friends. Thank you.
I will unmute everyone. We all will say thank you to Saroj ma'am and the entire team. Thank you, Saroj ma'am,
Thank you.
and the
Thank you,
entire
thank
Brave
you, thank
Africa team.
you.